What's up, fuckers, and welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K21 Next Gen. Today, going to be using the Denver Nuggets team, currently 12-9, fourth in the Western Conference. Not desperately in need of a rebuild, but I hadn't done them yet. I got a couple requests to do it, and this video is very scheduled in advance. I'm actually recording this one on Friday night, and you guys are probably not going to be seeing this till Monday. So if you don't know, this is going to be probably the last video you guys do end up seeing while I'm at home. That's why I'm in the same clothes as the video a couple days ago. I also said I'm selfishly not posting a video on Super Bowl Sunday just because it's not going to get a good amount of views. But today, we're going to be using the Denver Nuggets. Before we do get into this one, if you guys are new around here, please make sure to leave or to subscribe. We're on the road to 30K. You guys have been killing it. Every sub does help. If you guys could leave early like on this video, I would appreciate you guys a ton. And feel free to comment any other video ideas down below in the comment section. So with that being said, we are going to be building around, in my opinion, the best center in the NBA today in Nikola Jokic. Joel Embiid's making a very strong case right now during this season in the NBA that he might surpass Jokic. But for now, my opinion still is Nikola Jokic. But feel free to have an ultimate battle with everybody in the comment section. If you guys want to leave me your opinions, leave me your opinions. It is what it is. Jamal Murray's not a bad second piece, whatever, around Jokic. I'm very excited to build around him as well, only 23 years old. I mean, this core right here is so young. Denver's future is really bright. Michael Porter Jr., if he can stay healthy in real life, I think this dude's going to be an absolute stud. I really wanted my Celtics to draft him back in 2018. Unfortunately, it wasn't an option. But yeah, we will see. Monte Morris, excuse me, here as well. Probably going to be a decent bench piece for us. He's making a decent amount of money now that he, signed a contract extension with this team. But ultimately, it's not that bad for a bench piece at 25 years old. Millsap's probably done here. He's probably going to get traded before the year even starts. I'm pretty sure Nuggets fans like him a little bit. I don't really know. If someone wants to let me know in the comment section. Will Barton's interesting. Honestly, could be traded as well. JaMychal Green, PJ Dozier. You know who fell off harder than anybody in the world was Gary Harris. Is he just terrible this year in real life? If somebody wants to let me know, they can. RJ Hampton was their 24th overall pick in the 2020 NBA draft. I'm hoping to develop him a decent amount where he can eventually be my backup shooting guard, because at this point in time, it's Gary Harris and RJ Hampton. So we're going to have to ultimately figure that one out as well. Bol is here as well, who just hope. I mean, I've seen this guy win most improved, so hopefully he can develop super well. As of now, he probably won't be playing just because Jokic probably won't really have a backup, but we will cross that road when we have to. So with that being said, Call of Duty just updated. That's huge, and I will see you guys with the first trade. So if you guys have been watching me for a while, you guys know I'm not a huge fan of Draymond Green, but we're going to be making this trade right now. Millsap and Will Barton going to be heading over to Golden State. Now I'm making this trade for a couple reasons. One, Paul Millsap's 35 years old. I definitely wasn't re-signing him, and his trade value is only going to get worse as his overall goes down. Will Barton does have a player option that it's a lot of money for Will Barton. Honestly, knowing how 2K works, he might decline it, and I'm either going to lose him for nothing or I'm going to overpay him. So it's fine. It's a bench piece for a guy who's starting. And then Nikola Jokic, who's not the best defensive center in the league. That's the understatement of the century. Obviously needs somebody who's pretty good at defense next to him. So Draymond Green, obviously one of the better defensive forwards in this league. We also get Damian Lee, who's not a bad pickup whatsoever. So that's a pretty good first trade for us. I think we might have one or two more moves here. I do have to establish who I do want to start at shooting guard. Damian Lee honestly might be the answer for now. He does have a pretty cheap team option after this year. I just have to, decide if I want to, roll with Gary Harris or RJ Hampton backing him up. But I don't think this team's probably going to be, also I had PJ Dozier. That was another huge reason why I was able to move Will Barton so easily. So as of now, I think Isaiah Hartenstein might be in some sort of trade, maybe along with Gary Harris. I don't think we're going to be getting that much better at the starting shooting guard spot. Like Hartenstein and like Harris, I don't know what happened to Gary Harris, man. Like the dude just kind of fell off. Yeah, so nothing here too special. I'll probably just roll with Gary Harris as the backup for now, and then hopefully we can get some nice development, out of RJ Hampton. I think Hartenstein can just get traded. I don't mind. We're not going to have a backup center anyways, and then Bol can honestly get those minutes, let him develop a little bit. So anybody here want to give me a pick? That's a second-round pick. And any first-round picks here? Yeah, I didn't think so. So I'll just take a second-round pick. Ultimately, it's not that big of a deal. We're going to get a second-round pick in Wendy and Gabriel from the New Orleans Pelicans. Let me go ahead and set this rotation. I'll see you guys once it's done. So your number one, this is how the starting five is going to look. I'm actually pretty excited about the upgrades that we did make. So Jamal Murray going to be our starting point guard, obviously. Damian Lee is going to be starting next to him just for year number one. I think he could be a good bench piece for us at some point in time. I'm going to have to make a decision probably between him and Hampton at some point. Then obviously I'm going to try to send Gary Harris to, the moon or something like that. Michael Porter Jr., I hope this dude can develop super nicely for me. He turns into an absolute stud. I've seen him win most improved from time to time. So 35 minutes a night. Real strong case to do that. Draymond's probably only going to be here for 1 year before, I do figure out a replacement at that power forward spot. He is locked up, so I'm probably going to be able to include him in the trade. And I do like the defense next to Jokic. I think it's going to be huge. And then the man, the myth, the legend himself, Nikola Jokic. I mean, I don't know what to say about him. He's obviously unbelievable. 1,000,000% not going anywhere throughout this entire video. The bench units, it's okay. Monte Morris, Michael Green, PJ Dozier, and then Gary Harris is going to be getting those minutes. I think at this point in time, he's just more established than RJ Hampton, and you never know. He honestly could develop a little bit more. So we will see. But as of now, this is how the team is going to look. And, we're probably going to be a playoff team, and I'll see you guys at the end of year number 1. So to say I'm surprised would be an understatement. We didn't make the playoffs. Obviously, when I take a look at the stats, I'll figure out what the problem was. But yeah, I at least thought we'd be in the playoffs. Like, I thought we were going to be a decent seed, too. Like, I thought we were going to be between like a 4 and a 6 seed. But nope. We're a 10 seed. Giannis Antetokounmpo, MVP, LaMelo, Rookie of the Year, Dinwiddie, Giannis, Michael Porter Jr. does win Most Improved for us. So hopefully he's developing nicely. Ty Lue, Coach of the Year for the Clippers. So I don't know what went wrong. We take a look at stats right now. It wasn't Jokic. It wasn't Murray. Lee was honestly fine. I mean, Mr. Triple Single himself right here. I guess 2K just really doesn't like this dude. So I'm not saying he was the only problem, but I honestly don't know how this wasn't a playoff team. But we're going to go ahead and simulate the playoffs right now. Pelican, really? Like, this is like, you're telling me that would sweep the Nets? Like, look, I get it. And I saw somebody commented, because I was bitching about this the other day when this same exact thing happened, because, like, 2K just fucking blows Zion and, the Pelicans. But, like, I get that what I do is not realistic, but the rest of the simulation should be realistic. They're not making the same trades I'm making. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way that Zion Williamson, Brandon Ingram, Lonzo, and, the rest of the Funky Bunch is beating James Harden, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant. I don't give a fuck who their bench is. Like, you're fucking high. Especially sweeping them, like, if you want to try to defend that one in the comment section, feel free, but it's just not going to happen. So, abolish, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. This is not baseball. What? Backcourt violations will no longer be called when moving the ball backwards beyond the half-court line? So there's just no backcourt whatsoever, unless I'm just reading that the wrong way? I don't know. We're in the draft lottery right now. I do not believe we have our pick, which is kind of unfortunate. Oh, actually, we do. Never mind. It's pick 10. I don't know why I thought we didn't have our first round pick. So we're going to stick at pick 10 right now. Definitely could use that pick. Maybe perhaps move up. Try to go ahead and maybe get, a decent another bench piece for us. I might just clear house here. Mike Malone, like, the problem is we're not a big market team. I mean, we're not a tiny market, but we're not a big market. Like, we're not the Knicks. We're not the Lakers. We're not the Brooklyn Nets. We're not the Celtics. Like, it's just, I don't know. You're fired. I think I'm going to probably give Mike Malone one more year. I'm not exactly confident in him, but I also didn't give him the best team to work with. So we'll try to save a little bit of money for now. Maybe get a couple, decent assistant coaches here. It's literally the same guys I always get, I know. But, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, honestly. So, yeah, we're fine there. And then I'm going to go ahead and try to get Peterson again. Funny how that works. We get him, and then CFO, just Logan. I don't really care about my CFO. So, Mike Malone, this is kind of like your final straw, man. I mean, I didn't give you a bad roster whatsoever. I mean, I know I didn't give you the best one, but I don't know. So, we do have the 10th overall pick. It's not a bad pick whatsoever. I do have somebody in mind that I do kind of want to try to trade up for here. I mean, I'm sure the majority of you can kind of figure out that it's probably going to be Jalen Green, but he's actually projected 1. Of course, like, I have never, ever seen him projected as the first overall pick. In the video, I need a shooting guard. Yeah, he's projected as number 1 overall guy. Keon Johnson from Tennessee. I don't know why I thought he was from Kentucky. Yeah, I don't think it's really worth getting any of these other guys here. So I guess I might try to move up pretty high in the draft, and I'll see you guys with the trade. So I'm going to try to probably play it better safe than sorry. We might try to get number 1. I don't know why Jalen Green's currently projected number 1, but he is. So pick 10, Gary Harris and RJ Hampton. I don't want to trade Hampton, but ultimately I do have to trade somebody, and I'd probably rather give him up than a pick. So they do not do that for number 1 overall. If I can't get number 1 to go, I'll probably try to get 2. I don't really have a ton of guys here I'd want to move, like Zeke Naji. Oh, that was simple enough. All right, well, Jalen Green's going to be our first overall pick. Obviously, the shooting guard was a massive hole for us. Not like Damian Lee played bad. I just think, obviously, we need to upgrade if we want to win a championship. So Jalen Green, welcome to the team. This team fresh off not being in the playoffs. We got to make some pretty big moves. So he's going to be a 78 overall for us. Obviously going to slide in that starting shooting guard spot. JaMychal Green accepts. I'm just going to re-sign all these guys. And probably everybody but Lee and maybe Dozier is going to get traded for a first. And I'll see you guys after that. So I think Domantas Sabonis would be a huge addition to this team if I could somehow get this trade to go through. Obviously, he's not just somebody you snap your fingers and trade for. I wouldn't mind maybe giving up another player. I don't know if the money's going to work, though. That might be the tough thing. Like, yeah, no, it's not going to work. So I basically have to give up first-round picks at this point. Luckily, I just traded 3 guys for first-round picks. And I still don't even know if this is going to... Wow. Okay. It goes through. That was obviously a lot, but I think it kind of is one of the final pieces we need. So I know Domantas Sabonis is not the best defensive forward, but I think ultimately he probably will be fine. I mean, theoretically, I don't need really good defense. I just need to score more points than the other team every single time. So, yeah, this is how the team's going to look. The rotation is kind of all set. Do we even have any free agents? We really don't. So I'm very comfortable with this team right now. Again, I don't think Bull's probably going to be getting any minutes, which kind of sucks, but I'm a 9-man rotation guy. Jokic is playing 37, 38 minutes a night. I don't really need a center on the floor, 48 minutes. So we will see. I'll see you guys at the start, or excuse me, with the rotation at the start of year number 2. So I ended up doing something I really didn't think I would, but I think a 10-man rotation with this team actually could work. I'm going to give it a try, and if it ends up, sucking by the midseason point, I'll go ahead and adjust it. But for now, this is how the team's going to look. Starting 5 is pretty obvious. Jamal Murray, Jalen Green, Michael Porter Jr., Domantas Sabonis, and Nikola Jokic. Bench unit, Monte Morris, JaMychal Green, Damian Lee, Bull, and then PJ Dozier. So Bull's just developing nicely. I think ultimately, what also led to my decision is he's really just too high of an overall not to play. He's also a fucking unicorn. Like, it'd just be kind of weird. So this is the team. If this isn't a playoff team, I don't really know what it is. Mike Malone is... I'm going to send him, to Europe if he honestly doesn't fucking do something here. But I'm excited to see what this team can do. I think we obviously have a lot of potential. I'll see you guys at the end of year number 2. So we wrap up year number 2. This team is obviously looking a ton better. We made some serious upgrades to the starting lineup. It obviously does help. So first here in the Western Conference, first in the power rankings as well. Luka Doncic has 0.2 assists off a triple-double nonetheless, is your MVP. Cade Cunningham, Rookie of the Year for the Bulls. Preston Achua, 6-man. Jonathan Isaac, Goga. Interesting to see Goga. And Mike Malone does win Coach of the Year for us. So his job's still not secure. I think if we don't make it to the conference finals, he's probably not going to be our coach next year. So let's check out some player stats in the year. Nikola Jokic is a stud. Scoring's a little bit down, but we're in a 10-man rotation, and we obviously added a bunch of, more stars than this team has in real life. So it is understandable. But again, he's only 1 assist off a triple-double. Jamal Murray, Domantas Sabonis, Porter Jr., Green. Yeah, man. I'm really happy with the starting lineup. Sabonis led us in rebounds and assists was Jokic. So we do have the Spurs here in round number 1. Murray, White, Vassell, Scotty Barnes, Jakob Poeltl. If we lose a game to this team, I'll be kind of disappointed. We don't, though. We end up sweeping them. Us in Minnesota here. The Celtics are, let's fucking go. They just beat the fucking Clippers without, Jaylen Brown. D'Lo, Edwards, Culver, Juan Hernan Gomez, Karl Anthony Towns, starting 5 here from Minnesota. We end up winning in 5. Us in Phoenix here in the East, the West Final. CP3, Devin Booker, Mikal Bridges, Jalen Smith, and DeAndre Ayton. Not a bad team whatsoever. I think we should... Really? I don't care. Mike Malone, you're getting fired. Devin Booker wins Finals MVP. Yeah, it's just ultimately not worth it for me. Mike Malone's going to be getting fired. So, league meetings right now. We are going to increase the... Yeah, sure. Actually, no. I feel bad. Like, I reject them every time. I'm not just going to put through one just to help me out. So, we're down in the draft lottery. I traded for some picks, but I'm pretty sure I traded them all for Domantas Sabonis. So, let's see. Thunder end up with pick number 1. I did not quite check if we have, another pick. Yeah, you're fired. I think D'Antoni would be a good replacement. If we don't get him, maybe Jacob Underwood as well. Hopefully one of the two. So D'Antoni doesn't want to do it. Jacob Underwood, that's fine by me. So we're now up to the NBA draft. Let me check out and see if we do have any picks in this year's draft. We do not. So we're just going to skip over the draft. Obviously, Jalen Green was our first overall pick right there. So we obviously have a very significant, or a guy who contributes a lot that we did draft in this video. I know some of you guys do, get a little upset when I don't draft somebody. So decently big free agency. Obviously, Michael Porter Jr. is the number 1 priority here. Hopefully, we can get the qualifying. He's obviously not going anywhere. And then I'm going to replace JaMychal Green. I wouldn't mind bringing... Oh, my God. I don't know, man. I could just give him his qualifying offer right now, which I'm probably going to. Like, it's fine, but, like, that's where I'm like, 2K. Like, how is that realistic? Like, at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, he would never ask for that much. He played 10 fucking minutes a night, and he's asking for $19 million. Like, seriously? Okay, so at this point in time, we do need to work on the bench a little bit. Bull will still be here. I honestly might throw him into a trade. Again, I'm happy for, how good he's been for us, but if I can find a trade, I mean, I don't really need him off the bench. So, Emmanuel Quickly, I do have a backup point guard, though, in Monte Morris. How tall is Emmanuel Quickly? He's 6'3". Actually, I'm going to take Nickeil Alexander-Walker. He's going to be my new backup shooting guard. So, I know Quickly's been balling out for the Knicks in real life, but ultimately, neither of them are really shooting guards. So, I need a small forward and a power forward now. I think Robert Covington would bring some great defense to this bench, considering that our, Domantas Sabonis is not a very good defensive power forward right now, and then I do need a small forward as well. It's actually going to let me re-sign JaMychal Green, and then I'm going to probably trade him. So, or I could just rock with him and move Covington down to the 3, but I think I can probably get a guy who's a little bit better than JaMychal Green. So, JaMychal Green, 2 first-round picks, looking for a small forward or a power forward. It really doesn't matter which one I end up getting here. Let's see. Chuma Okeke We'll take Larry Nance Jr. Welcome to the team, and then I'll just slide Covington down to the 3. All right, that is the team. We're going to, put all our money in the basket, eggs in the basket. What the fuck kind of saying is that? I don't know. But this is the squad. I'm excited to see what we can do. I'll see you guys at the rotation at the start of the third and final year. So the start of the third and final year, this is how the starting 5 is going to look. It remains the same. What the hell is Astros Playroom? Sounds like a weird sex dungeon. Jamal Murray, Jalen Green, Michael Porter Jr., Domantas Sabonis, Nikola Jokic. So the starting 5 remains the same. That one wasn't within question. The bench definitely got some upgrades. Monte Morris is still here, though. Robert Covington, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Larry Nance Jr. All definite upgrades from what we had before. So this is the team. I'm hoping to get a championship. I'll see you guys at the end of the third and final year. So I didn't quite catch our record. I was kind of on Twitter, celebrating the Celtics win without Jaylen Brown over the Clippers. So don't hate me. We were first here in the East. I don't know why I always do that. Western Conference. First in the power rankings. Well, Luka Doncic, MVP. Victor is your rookie of the year. Yusuf Nurkic, 6th man of the year, is in Phoenix. Interesting fit. Jonathan Isaac, defensive player of the year. Bol most improved. Happens every single time you trade somebody off the bench. I'm telling you, man. JB Bickerstaff was not our coach, I don't think. The Cleveland won 67 fucking games? What in the fuck? Jesus goddamn Christ. Let's check out some player stats on the year. We won 65 games. Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, Domantas Sabonis. I mean, this team's playing super well. 5 guys, 18-plus points a game. I mean, that's got to be some sort of record. So, San Antonio once again here in the first round. Murray, White, Vassell, Kleber, and Mitchell Robinson's a new addition there. Not too bad whatsoever. We are up 3-1. And we do move on in 5 games. Dallas here. Tyrell Terry, Josh Richardson, MVP, Luka Doncic, Chet Holmgren, Kristaps Porzingis. 3 European white guys. So, actually, Chet Holmgren might not be European. That might just be me being, racist against my own people. But it's fine. I don't really care. Kyle Lowry, Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson, and Bol is the starting 5 there. Our old friend Bol. And we do win in 6. How the fuck does this team win 67 games? And here we go with the big man again. Yep, you love it. 3 starting centers in today's NBA. You're starting 2 of them, and one of them is coming off the bench. Is there a 4th one here? Nope. But, I mean, I don't know. Let's explain to me how you think Andre Drummond and Clint Capella would work together in a front court. Tell me, Trebek, how the fuck would that work? It literally just wouldn't. We sweep them nonetheless. Nikola Jokic Finals MVP. So we do get a championship as Nikola Jokic does average a triple-double. So I had a ton of fun with this one. Again, this is my final video at home until probably May, which is so crazy to say because, it seems like, so long ago that literally I was just getting home from school. And I know I wasn't making videos then, but I seriously do want to say, that period that I wasn't making videos, I know I gave you guys an update video and kind of went over as much as I'm going to probably tell you in that one. But seriously, you guys' support has just, it's meant the world to me. And legitimately, I would not be here without you guys. So it means a ton to me that you guys have been supporting me so much. And I'm super happy to be back on the YouTube grind, man. And even though we're not going to be getting videos out every day like I have been at home since I, started again, I'm going to do my best to get out as much content as possible. So seriously, I do appreciate you guys all so much. If you guys could subscribe, it would help out the channel a ton. If you guys, could leave a like, that'd be awesome. You guys comment anything you want to in the comment section. So that about does it for me. This is the last time you guys are going to see this setup, probably until May, which is kind of crazy to say. Because I don't have a spring break this year, so I'm literally at school until May after this. So, yeah, that officially does it for me. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one.